and the good Lord has blessed us with wonderful sunshine. And we have 3 matches to wrap up the MAQ T10 USA Nationals on this wonderful Sunday. The first semi-finals will see Myrtle Grove, or MG, coming up against the US All-Stars. And we are at the toss at the moment. We have Lesmond, who is the captain of Myrtle Grove, Zishan Qureshi, the captain of the US All-Stars. We have Mohammed Qureshi, who is the chairman of CCUSA and whose brainchild this tournament is. Next to me, Shah Zafar, tournament director, and we have both umpiring officials with us as well. So, this year we have a commemorative coin to do the toss, and Mark will now pass it on to Zishan, and we will get the toss on the way. Tails is a call. And it's heads, so Zishan Qureshi has won the toss. Zishan, what are you going to do?
We're going to bat first. We've been batting first throughout the tournament. We have a good momentum going. The wicket looks the same as so, and we're just going to take that momentum going forward and hope to put a good target on so that we could defend that total.
Your team, you've had a good tournament so far, winning 4 games. Tell us something about the tournament and how it has gone along in terms of preparation for your team, in terms of the organization. We all think in the press box that it has gone seamless. Your views on this?
Yeah, the tournament was great. It was nice to have that little draft pick after the round-robin matches. Helped us strengthen our batting lineup a bit going forward. And so far, the tournament has played well, and I have no complaints from my side.
Well, good luck in today's semi-finals.
Thank you, sir.
And Lesmond, if I can just have a word with you, your draft pick.
We didn't have any draft picks. We didn't change our team. We have a pretty all-round team, and we banking on our talents and backing ourselves in this game.
So Myrtle Grove obviously having a good run as well. You're coming up against Giant Killers this morning. And tell us something about this tournament and the opportunity it provides for you and your players.
This tournament, I must say, thanks to Mr. MAQ Qureshi. He's been putting on a lot of cricket down here in South Florida. And this tournament is a showcase for some of our guys who are looking to get into the U.S. national team. It's a good outlet for some players. You have players from Jamaica who came up to play the tournament, trying to get into the Caribbean, the CPL draft and stuff. So it's a good outlet for some of the players. And myself is just some good exposure and having fun.
Well, good luck in today's semi-finals. So that's the situation down here. The fact remains that Zishan Qureshi has won the toss and he has decided to take first strike. And all the players are saying something that we all know. CCUSA has provided a platform for the next step for all these lovely, talented cricketers.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to the Broward County Stadium for this, the finale, the US Open T10 Championship 2019. We've seen some exciting cricket that has brought us to today. We have all the 4 teams, the 2 semi-finalists, and the first lineup is between US All-Stars and the Myrtle Grove. Both the teams have took to the field already. All-Stars are batting first, and it promises to be an exciting game of cricket. As for the first time in the morning, it's my pleasure to welcome along in the comm box, Audley. Good morning, Audley.
Good morning, Faisal, and Shaw Faisal. And it's a pleasant morning here for us in Florida. We are in Eastern Standard Time, so it's just a little bit short of 10:30. And I don't know wherever you are in the world. It could be good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And we are here to present Cricket Lovely Cricket, right here, the first semi-final of the US T10.
All in readiness as Chima is taking strike. He's been the superstar throughout the tournament, providing the US All-Stars with fantastic starts. And Thomas from the far end. He aborts his run, and as Otley was saying, the conditions are just about perfect. And the wicket, you look, is slightly darker in color, but as you can watch, there's that prominent sheen on it, and it's reminiscent of some very, very good batting wickets around the other parts of the world. So we're in for a cracking day.
Yeah, special congratulations and praise to our curator, and it really kept things going.
Plays the call, and here we go as Chima, which he's done almost every game, walking at the bowler. Slight indiscipline to begin with from Thomas, and the wide has got the All-Stars off the mark.
Yes, All-Stars off and running with a wide. And as I've said before, Chima has been the real star of the T10. He has been scoring quite prolifically and consistently in all of his innings. And he has with him Qureshi, and see if they're going to be putting on a good partnership this time.
Yeah. The first show of intent has already brought about a change in the field. Deep mid-wicket has been placed in place of third man. Chima has gone straight down the ground. He's got enough. I think he has. It went straight into the side screen at the far end.
No doubt about that. The bowler could only look heavenwards and watch the ball sail over and over, right down into the side screen, right behind the bowler. So Chima has opened his account. First legal ball, slamming it down the ground for 6 runs.
Yeah, the skipper did the right thing by putting the right field on, but Chima had answer for that. Let's see what Thomas has got this time. It's a smash, and he's got hold of that all right. That will land on the grassy banks. Another massive 6.
Change of the field, more of the same. Chima, already on fire, way, way, way over mid-wicket for 6. Deep.
Yeah, and as we were earlier told, that in this finale, the final day, on the semi-finals and the final, there's a $50 of cash prize for every 6. So Chima has already got himself $100 without breaking a sweat.
And counting. That's certainly an incentive to help build a big score for your team and for your pocket.
Absolutely.
Cash.
And Chima, who's been hitting 6s for fun all weekend, has something more to push him on or spur him on to bigger things. He's got a couple of 60s and a 50. So
Will it be 3 in a row?
it's in the
And
air,
it
but he
certainly
hasn't.
looked that way. It's 3 in a row. The umpires stretched hands to the heavens. Chima is on fire. $150.
Yes, sir. And he didn't quite get hold of that, but it was just enough to land outside the rope. And 3 legal deliveries has been dispatched for 3 6s. Are we in for a 6 of every ball in the over? 6 6s? We'll have to wait.
And this one, another 6. It's 4 for 4. 4 for 4. Chima is really manhandling Thomas here. He has bowled 4 deliveries, 4 legal deliveries for 25 and 1 wide, of course. So are we in for a 6 for 6?
It's absolute carnage here at the Broward County Stadium. It could not have begun with in more spectacular fashion. Chima has played 4 deliveries and hit Thomas on all parts of the ground for 4 6s. I don't know what's Thomas thinking now as he comes in. And Chima, another smash and another 6. No question about that.
It's 5 for 5.
So another 6, another MAQ 6. So 5 in a row. 5 MAQ 6s means he's pocketed $250 already.
Without even pulling a sweat. Will it be 6? The tension is building. Will it be 6 for 6?
Oh,
no,
a bit of an
won't be.
anticlimax.
Yeah, it won't be, but he has already pocketed $250 in over number 1 by hitting 5 MAQ 6s. $50 per 6, MAQ 6.
A wide and a single, wide to begin with and a single to finish off the first over. in between. It's a MAQ6 on each and every delivery. So 32 runs the first over has yielded, and 31 of them to Chima.
If this is any example of what is coming, it's going to be real excitement. In over el número uno, it's already 31 without loss.
Yes, sir, and worse for the Myrtle Grove is that Chima has retained the strike. So the man on fire is back on strike.
So Mr. Excitement himself, White, always very animated, energetic. He will be coming in to slow the onslaught. He's going to try. He's always business-like. White, of course, who we call here locally English. And very anxious to bowl, had to be stopped by the umpire. And he's always on the move.
He's pacing around. It's a sign of nerves, I think, nervous energy.
Burn that nerve off.
He needs to get that first ball out of the way. It's Chima.
What will it be?
Good delivery, but he's been unlucky. He bowled the right delivery, wide of the off stump, where Chima could not play on the onside. Could only get an edge, but still get 4 runs.
Down over third man. Down. So it's still 4 runs. Let's see how White will reply. But it was a good delivery.
I mean, it's good in a sense that his sweepers are on the onside, but he don't want Chima to hit on the onside because he knows when he connects, it goes out of the park. His line is way outside the off stump where there's not much cover.
Oh, that's a golden dot ball.
Yeah, Chima has set the stadium ablaze. And a dot ball.
Yeah, we were really anticipating number 6, a maximum number 6.
Not long before he gets one. There you go.
There we go. Another MAQ6. Saeed Ahi, MAQ style, $50. 300 in the pocket of Chima and still batting.
It has to be said that was the best of the lot. He just held his position and lifted it effortlessly. This time, no brute force, just pure timing and class. Excellent stroke.
Yes, indeed. He has always shown and consistently show his class. And White, after bowling a dot delivery, was put away for 6 on that occasion.
If I was Myrtle Grove, I would just ideally like to give him just 1 run and keep him away whilst the power play lasts.
Oh, very good delivery. Very good delivery. Coming from the offside, cutting back inside, swing, and he was beaten. The ball went through to the wicket keeper. Good delivery from White.
White has got a little bit of fire about him. He went to Chima, reminded him that he's still around this time, but he's caught it again, and that's gone all the way. Another MAQ6.
It's carnage here, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see. White had a dot ball, just like the previous other balls. When he had a dot ball, then he was dispatched for 6. He had another dot ball. Next ball, he was dispatched for 6. So he is on fire. Chima, that is. Another MAQ6. And that MAQ is not maximum. It's MAQT10, MAQ6, $50.
16 of the second over, followed by the opening over, which had 32 of it. 1 delivery to go. Full pitch. Well,
very good delivery. Very good comeback by White. The ball was dipping and totally missed by Chima. Went through to the wicketkeeper. And as usual, a very animated White, as he went to the umpire to retrieve his cap, he's clapping and, willing his team along. So after 2, they're scoring at 24 per over, 48 without loss.
As I was saying, White has shown some fight. Despite being hit for 2 sixes and a 4, he managed to bowl 3 dot balls to Chima. And after the over, he's urging his team on. He knows And he thinks that once Chima has been dismissed, their team can make a comeback. So you don't want him to feel too down at this moment when the onslaught is on.
And after the carnage by Chima, and you happen to bowl 3 dot balls to him in the following over, that's a big achievement.
Yeah, and if I was Myrtle captain, I would bring all my fielders in and keep Zishan on strike for as long as I can. 6 deliveries. That's poor cricket. You see, that was an easy single given that could have been prevented and kept Zishan on strike. As is the case, the destructive Chima is back on strike.
What can we expect? Will there be more MAQ6s? This time, is it Thomas again? Or no, it's a different ball. It's a spinner.
Fired in outside the off stump. Good bounce on that one. Went over the bat of Chima. Dot ball. Chima's eyeing the offside field for once. All the fielders on the offside are in the ring. The sweepers are long on in mid-wicket. And he's cleared the mid-off easily. And that's gone all the way. Another MAQ 6.
That is huge.
And that's his 50 as well. It took him just 14 deliveries. What a destructive knock from Chima in this first semi-final as we watch it once again.
That one has brought up his 50 and the team's 50. It's 55 without loss in over number 2. Just 2.5 overs so far have been completed. And it's 55 without loss. Will there be a score in excess of 150?
If this game can change quickly, but whilst Chima is there, anything is possible. It's through the covers, and this time is all along the ground. 4 more to Chima. He's on fire, and he's just taking full toll of the Myrtle Grove bowling.
Real good batting here by Chima. And of course, we still in the power play. Still in the overplay. In power play, just 2 deliveries before we reach the end of the power play.
Myrtle will breathe a huge sigh of relief as it's been another dot ball. Chima refusing the single.
Very rare dot ball.
There has been few dot balls, but Chima has hit so many maximums already. And there's another one. Or is it? No, just bounces inside and rolls over the fence. So the power play ends with a boundary. And All Stars are 63 for no wicket after just 3 overs.
That is some batting. I must say the ball that was hit down there on the leg side, the fielder did his best and he dove swimming without water. Tries his utmost best to prevent that ball from going over the rope. But he was beaten as he only retrieved the ball. But it's exciting cricket here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, after 3 overs, they're going at 21 per over. 21 per over. So it's 63 without loss in just the 3rd over.
Reminds me of one of the games yesterday where All Stars were 60 for no wicket after the first 3 overs. But in the end, they could only manage 128. Still good enough for the victory. But as I was saying, this game can change quickly with a fall of a wicket or 2. But as long as Chima is there, I don't think he knows any other way to play. Power play or no power play. He has only one way to play.
Yeah, the point is, even when the fielders are on the boundary line, they simply just observe as the ball continues flying over their heads, way, way over their heads.
Zishan Qureshi having only faced 1 delivery, but the Myrtle skipper has put 5 sweepers on the boundary for him as well.
Yeah, he has been the observer at the other end, and you need to have a partner as you go blazing, you know. Just in the case of Chima.
61 to Chima out of 63, and 1 single to Zishan, and the very first delivery was a wide. As Zishan has been castled by McCarthy. First delivery round the wicket. Zishan was looking for the big stroke, went through the gate. Classical off-spinner's dismissal, and All Stars has lost the first wicket.
Yep, first wicket 63 for 1. We look at the replay. Yeah, McCarthy. Nice ball coming in from the leg side, and Qureshi was beaten all ends up, and he was bowled. So the first wicket went down, Shaw.
It's nice flighted delivery as we watch again, and Qureshi was looking to hit it through the onside, created that gap between bat and pad, and McCarthy found that gap and hit the top of the middle stump. So a much needed break for the Myrtle Grove, a moment of reflection for them as all the players came together and have a little chat, and I'm sure they'll still be telling each other that a wicket or two can bring them right back in this game. That's the nature of this game. It can change very quickly.
And indeed, for sure you're right. Another wicket or 2-3 quick wickets can peg things right back. And should Chima be dismissed because he has been the one on fire, then things could be brought back in the way of the fielding team.
Yep. The new man in is Shahir Hassan. He's going to take McCarthy on, and McCarthy got a wicket on the very first delivery of his spell. So that should build his confidence. And now that the power play is over, I think it's time for Myrtle Grove to just make a comeback.
That one will be the race between the bowler and the ball seemingly stopped just by the rope.
Delicate stroke from Shahir. Just the delicate late cut as McCarthy fired that one in. Early morning dew. Slightly slow outfield.
As Vinod would say, should he play that ball any later, it would be tomorrow.
Good start for Shahir. And he's off the mark with a brace. 65 for 1. This one again, he went for the cut. Straight to the fielder this time. McCarthy's firing that ball in, but giving some room. Shahir could consider himself unlucky that he couldn't pierce the gap.
And he's not taking a long run, but the ball is coming up pretty fast.
Down on one knee, sweeping this time. Sweepers are out there on the onside. And Chima will be back on strike for the last couple of deliveries against McCarthy.
Yes, the fielding side got a little respite. And now it's back to Chima. So will the carnage be on again?
Spin has been his nemesis so far, Chima's, in this tournament, especially after he's reached 50 as we watch again. Excellent delivery. Nice flighted delivery. Chima was forced to pay the respect it deserved.
Chima is a very smart player. He knows when to hold and know when to fold. So this time he just tickle it around the corner. On the onside, take a single. He'll live to fight another day.
Shahir looking for the quick single. Chima says no, as this brought about the end of McCarthy's over. An excellent one, 4 runs and a wicket. So 4 overs gone, all stars 67 for 1.
Indeed, a very good over from McCarthy when we look at what was happening in the 3 previous overs. This one he was taking for only 4, so it is a very good over by McCarthy. 1 for 4 in his first over. And in this T10, you can bowl a maximum of 2 overs. 67 for 1, all stars. And don't forget, every 6 that's been hit here today, the MAQ6, it will be $50 in the pocket of that batter.
Absolutely, as Metu is about to take strike and the dangerous Chima facing him. Chima went for the big one, lost his balance, lost his shape.
Yes, he'll have another time. He'll have another go next time around. He's still there. And I can just imagine he's always eyeing over the boundary.
This time Shahir gets in on the act and over the long on fence. Another MAQ 6. First one for Shahir.
Yes, is getting into the act. Only facing 5 balls. He's on 9. Chima facing 19 balls on 63. Yes, you heard right. 63.
Big shot as Shahir went for that another big slog, but nothing doing. A dot ball, 74 for 1. We're into the 5th over.
And things have certainly quieted down for a while after what was happening. Oh, what? Why did I say that? Right into the scoreboard. Another MAQT 6. Another $50 by Hassan. His second MAQT 6 of this over. And the score has raced on to 80 for 1 as we watch it on the replay. The ball rocketed into the scoreboard.
Down on one knee, give it the almighty kitchen sink, and got hold of it. Smashed into the electronics side scoreboard on the other side. As this one is carted away. Another 4 with on offer. And Mitu has been taken to pieces by Shahir. That's another 4 runs. So Shahir is joining in as well. 19 of just 8 deliveries.
So it's 84 for 1. 84 for 1 as All-Stars continue the carnage. Very fun. And this will be another MAQT 6.
Mitu doesn't know where to bowl to Shahir. This was slower and shorter. Shahir had all the time in the world to wait for it and smashed it over square leg for another maximum.
So coming into the attack in the commentator's booth will be Vinod Manchin and Eddie Edwards.
Thanks a lot. Audley, a.k.a. the Elder War. So at the moment, as I welcome Eddie Edwards, Eddie, we're very fortunate to see this display of batting this morning. Rizwan Chima was just 1 ball away from creating a world record for the fastest 15 T10. Had he gotten it off 12 deliveries, then he would have created that record. He got it off 14. He has scored now 4 half centuries in this tournament. I think safe to say he's at the top of the ladder in terms of the 10 top batsmen in this tournament. So it's 90 for 1. Chima is on 63. Hassan, who has just gone in there, he has motored along to 25 of just 9 deliveries. And the guys from Myrtle Cricket Club, they are not enjoying themselves at the moment. Zishan Qureshi winning the toss and deciding to take first strike. And the score is now 91 for 1. What an effort here by Rizwan Chima.
And certainly he continues from where he left off yesterday. And I'm pretty much sure that he'll be looking to take home not only the Man of the Series trophy, but the Man of the Match, along with the Players' Trophy as well.
Well, 100 in a 2020 match is quite a feat. Imagine 100 in a 10-over match. And he is well on his way to achieve that. He's now 65, and this is just over number 6.
And as I said yesterday, not to really take anything away from Chima there, Vinod, he has to learn to continue once he gets out of the 50 mark. He has to learn to bat on and go into the century areas.
So we pushed away on the offside, but it's pretty harsh to judge him in a T10 game. In a T10 match, if you get a 50, it's like 100. So we see how he goes now. Here is McCarthy. He's around the wicket and bowls, and this delivery, Hassan muscles it down to long off for 1. So he goes on now to 27. So Hassan has done a pretty tidy job coming in and just supporting Chima. In fact, he has joined Chima in the run fest.
Certainly
this is
has.
down the ground. Will it have enough legs? Yes, it does. So that's a maximum. So that's another MAQT 6. And every 6 that has been, every 6 struck in the 2 semifinals and the finals, Mohamed Qureshi is giving a 50 US.
Certainly. And Chima's pocket, I'm pretty much sure, is going to be filled by the time he leaves this stadium here and head back to his place overboard.
I tell you something, he lives in Canada and he may well have to fill out a declaration form. may well have to declare all that funds that he's accumulating here this morning. And Rizwan Chima continues to be one of the fiercest hitters of a cricket ball here in North America, and also across the world, because he is well known for hitting the ball. When he hits it, it stays hit, Eddie.
Yes, and we have seen it on so many occasions here in this MAQ10 tournament this year. And he continues not only to mesmerize, but to entertain the players here along with the spectators at this Central Broad Regional Park.
Yes, and it's our 100 for one, so the 100 is up. And coming around the wicket now is Gavin Wallace. Wallace had a good game, the second preliminary round game where he got 30 odd and took 2 wickets. This one peels out the outer half of the bat. It's going to go into the fence at third man for 4. So the runs continue to flow. Remember, the high score in this tournament on the main stadium surface is 157, accumulated by the US All-Stars.
So we're into at over number 7. And we have seen some 104 being posted on the board, with Chima getting some 61 thus far, and Hassan is on 31.
So Wallace going the wrong wicket, looking to cramp Hassan for room, and Hassan has the presence of mind to just play it away nicely in the cover region for 1. So that takes his score to 105. Hassan has played really well for his 32. He has been overshadowed by Chima. I think Chima has overshadowed everyone here this morning. Even the cyclists who are cycling at tremendous speed around this lovely facility here at the Central Broad Regional Park. This is Chima now to face. And he is going down the ground. That's another 6 from Rizwan Chima. He looks at the bat as if to suggest he didn't get hold of that. But that's another Mach 6 that brings him another $50.
What a young man. I don't think anything negative can be said about this young man here in this competition, Vinod.
Well, it's both same and down the ground again. That's another Mach maximum. And the score goes on now to 117. Chima is on 83. I tell you something, he will have to declare the source of funds here.
Certainly, and one would want to make sure that he gets all of the MAQ money that's coming to him going back to Canada. Yes. Tremendous performance by this young man.
Well, it's in. Bowls Chima outside the off stump. That's a good place to bowl, but the umpire calls it a wide. 118 for 1. This is a special effort here from Rizwan Chima, and he is really enjoying himself. You know, he was telling me earlier in the tournament he wants to get 100 here. This goes, and MAQ Qureshi's account is now $50 shorter.
And you think they will have to change Chima's name now, or make some addition to his name, call him Sixes Chima, or Chima Sixes, whichever one they prefer?
Well, he's a 6 hitter. He's a 6 machine. And he is now 89 of 29 balls. What an effort by this man. Rizwan Chima struck Wallace for 4 sixes in this over. In fact, no, for 3 sixes in the over. And he's still 1 delivery to come. Here is Wallace. Chima hits him through the offside. It's going to fall just short of the man running in from the sweeper's position. And that's 1. So he's going to keep the strike. And it's 125 after over number 7. 125 for 1. The current run rate is 17.9. And I tell you something, Rizwan Chima is going to grab international headlines after this performance.
Yes, indeed, Vinod. I totally agree with you. The performance here thus far has been nothing short of superb and splendid batting by Chima. He seems to be, as you said, taking the headlines around the world. And we're going to see now, it's going to be Nathaniel who's going to pick up the attack from the southern end. And I don't think that they can say anything about the batting of Chima and Hassan thus far.
I'll tell you something, Nathaniel is a very brave man. Had my skipper throwing the ball to me in conditions like this, I would have turned away.
I wouldn't want to bowl to Chima
Yes.
at all.
I think I would have pulled a hamstring
A fakie?
and out of the park. So here is Nathaniel Thompson. Hassan is on 32. He is a mere onlooker. Chima is on 90. Here he is now. He bowls Rizwan Chima outside the off stump, looking to drive it through the offside. Fails to make contact. It happens at times, even with Chima. So he's on 90. Here he is now. The leg spinner bowls to Chima. This is driven down to long off. Gets one more. He's on 91. What a performance from Chima this morning to highlight, to open finals day here at the Central Broad Regional Park.
It is indeed a great, great performance thus far by the young man. And the supporting role being played by Hassan. And there's nothing more can be said about Chima.
Well, Thompson tosses this one up. He's a brave man. And he gets it down to long on. Hassan goes on to 33. Chima is back at the business end. With 2 deliveries to go in this over. This has been an excellent over from Thompson. Just 2 runs. This is Chima playing it back on the offside. I think that 100 is now playing on his mind.
Certainly.
127 for 1. 2 overs to go after this. Chima has 91 of those. Here is Thompson. He bowls to Chima again. He's beaten outside the off stump. So in the midst of all the carnage, Thompson comes in and bowls an over for 2 runs.
And certainly you have to give Thompson a little bit of credit there because he was able to put the shackles on both batters who were going gung-ho from one end to the other end. And he just brought down the runway just a little bit. Takes a total to 127 for 1. Chima remains on 91 from some 30 deliveries. And Hassan is on 33 from 16.
So 127 for 1. Lovely day for cricket here at the Central Broad Regional Park. A few clouds around, but they're very white and very high. So I don't think that there's any threat of rain today. And we want to urge everyone who's listening and looking at this stream on MAQTV.com to come down and enjoy cricket free of charge, of course. And you're getting to see top quality batting here from Rizwan Chima at no cost.
Absolutely, at no cost. It's free. And let me emphasize, it is free.
Free, free, free. Here is McFarlane. And Baba gets this one down too long off. I thought the fielder could have caught that. He just stood there and waited on it as if he was waiting for a roti in a line by Joyce. And just collected it. So that's 1. What do you want to do as you look at the replay here? He was just stationary. Look at this. This is unbelievable.
Just a bit timid there.
A bit.
Didn't want to make it into a catch and then he would have floated and then the fingers will be pointing at him. So probably done the best thing to save face.
And Chima hits that one to, so he goes up now to 95. So Chima hitting a 4 there. Outside the off stump again. Chima hitting it straight down the ground. And he fails to start to run. The fielder could have gotten to it. 99 to Chima. 32 deliveries. 136 now for 1. So 99 and DJ Ras is getting very excited outside.
Indeed he is.
Outside the off stump, that's a wide. So they're still 20 short of the score they made in their first game of this year's tournament. This is outside the off stump, and it takes the outside edge. Down to third man. It's going to go over the ropes of 4. That's 100 to Rizwan Chima. A brilliant 100 by the young man. 103 of 33 deliveries. It's now 141 for 1. That one taking the outside edge. It was a calculated edge, so to speak, and into the boundary for 4.
Yes, indeed. And as the young man takes off his hat, raises hat and bat into the skies, acknowledging the applause from the crowd here at the Central Broad Regional Park and also from his fellow teammates and the fielders on the field, Chima must be a very proud man here today at the Central Broad Regional Park, Vinod.
Yes, well, he has gotten $600 for that century, 12 sixes and 8 fours of 33 deliveries, and now he's celebrating. He's hitting this one closer to San Fernando in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's 6 more. It's now 109, Chima. He has now pocketed $650, and it scores 147 for 1.
And I think one of the things that you have to look at when Chima hits those deliveries, Vinod, he does not even move because he's so confident that they're going over the boundary or going for 4. He just look at the ball and just shake his head.
Well, I'll tell you something. Chima could get himself in problems here. He could be charged for assaulting Myrtle. The score at the moment, 147 for 1. You like that, Eddie?
Yes, indeed. Chima is on 109. I'm trying to figure out where you get that from, though.
Well, Myrtle Cricket Club, so...
And the Lauderhill Police Station is not far away either.
Well, you seem to know where that is pretty well. This time, this is another 6. So he's maximizing here. $700 now. He has struck 14 sixes. It's 153 for 1. He had 8 sixes in his last half century. 8 sixes in the half century before that. So we are sure about 16. 14 today so far. That's 30. And we're going to go back. Roddy Lalman, our statistician, will give us the information as to how many sixes he has struck in the entire tournament. 153 for 1. That's the end of over number 9. And Chima gives thanks to Almighty Allah for his graces here this morning and for blessing him with such enormous talent, getting to a wonderful 100.
So he's on 115. Hassan is on 34. And probably the fielders and the fielder, Renard, must be asking themselves, when will the carnage end?
Well, it's going to end in about 3 or 4 minutes. It's 153 for 1.
9 overs completed.
You know, just a word on the groundsman, Hamilton. Milton, I think.
Milton Taylor, that is correct.
Milton Taylor. This track is tailor-made for runs.
Certainly is. I concur.
So, Thompson is going to bowl now. And there's another guy by the name of Hassan who's batting as well, Eddie. I would like to remind you. He gets a single, goes on to 35 of 18. And there's one of the Myrtle players. He's having a dance. He's having a little jig. As if to say, let me enjoy life. Let me be... I was privileged to have seen this display here this morning. Down the track is Chima. That's 6 more. So Rizwan Chima hits our production unit outside, and the 2 guys in there, Tessin and Rashid. I think they're ducking for cover. 2 gentlemen well rested last night, so they'll be very alert this morning to keep away from flying missiles. This one is played down the ground. That's 1 more. It's 161. Rizwan Chima has pocketed $750 for 122 runs. That's not bad.
122 runs from some 37 deliveries.
Well, give Baba a 50 US as well. Here is another Mach 6. So 167. This is getting ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous at the moment. And the Myrtle team, they are really feeling the hurt of an enormously talented U.S. All-Stars outfit. I think any team that stops them today, it'll be a tremendous effort. This one is going down the ground. That's another Mach 6. And he ends the innings with that. Still a delivery to go. 2 deliveries. In fact, it's 1 delivery to go, 173 for 1. And the run rate at the moment is 17.6. And our friend continues to have a dance.
And certainly he cannot do anything less. He enjoying the moment. He is part of history, you know, so he's going to make sure that he gets every opportunity, take it by the horn, and runs with it.
Yes, so 1 delivery to go. And the violence will end. Chima is on the non-strikers end. 122 not out, 37 deliveries, 15 sixes, and 8 fours.
This is what I call child abuse.
Yes, well, I think it's abuse on the whole. Here is another delivery outside the off stump, this time by Thompson, and this is tugged away for 1. And what an effort. What an effort by the US All-Stars. 174 for 1, and the US All-Stars players all rise to their feet to acknowledge a wonderful performance by one of the better players here in North America.
Young Chima, as he comes back to the pavilion now, and one of the man going out to meet him, the man wearing the number 9 jersey, Dave Bernard, giving a round of applause, getting a shake hand. Chima is getting a shake hand, coming back to the pavilion from the man wearing the number 9 jersey, also from the players on the opposing team, and they must be saying to themselves that this is an innings that was well played. Congratulations, we enjoy the feat.
Rizwan Chima not out 122, 37 deliveries. Ishan Qureshi was bowled by McCarthy for 1, and Hassan not out 48 of 21, a total 174 for 1. And just have a look at the bowling figures, and it's not pretty. It reminds me as if, looking at the bowling figures, I'm thinking Ivor Henry and Sheikh Faisal and Shah Zafar is bowling. Thomas, 2 overs, none for 47. White, 1 over, none for 16. McCarthy, 2 overs, 1 for 14. Mitu, 1 over, none for 23. Wallace, 1 over for 25. Thompson, 2 overs for 23. McFarlane, 1 over for 26. And thank God I didn't get a chance to bowl. At this point in time, it's 174 for 1. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we continue with the action at the Central Broward Regional Park.
Very warm welcome once again to the Broward County Stadium with the run chase of this first semi-final of USA National Championship MAQT10 2019. And we're still in the awe of that carnage that was caused by Rizwan Chima in the first innings. No less than 15 maximums he hit in that belligerent 100 and left his team in a very, very strong position in this first semi-final. As I welcome along once again in the combox, Otley, good afternoon.
Thank you, Faisal. I'm still trying to catch my breath. I'm actually breathless from that sort of performance, that brutal onslaught that was handed out by Chima. He has been pretty consistent throughout the entire tournament, making a lot of 50s, but this time he went over that bridge and cross it into 100, a very dominant 100. 122, it's 122 in 33 deliveries. 33 deliveries, 50 in 14.
50 in 14 deliveries. Yep.
Wow, it was some sight. Breathtaking, as I'm saying. I'm just trying to catch my breath.
Absolutely, and we'll have to see if the Myrtle Grove have anything in them to match Chima and get anywhere close to that target. Cricket is a funny game, but having seen US All-Stars bowling, they are very impressive as well. That's another thing to look forward to is the opening pairing of bowling of All-Stars, Farhan Ali and Wig, as Farhan is just about ready to take up the attack from the far end, and he'll be bowling to Harrison. Good delivery and a tap in the offside to get the Myrtle Grove innings going.
Yes, we just want to remind our viewers that they're chasing 175. They are chasing 174. They need 175 to win. And yes, let me remind you, it's not a T20. It's a T10. 174, 175 to win.
17.5 runs from the get-go. The job of the opening batsman is cut out as Glenn is about to take strike.
And I think it will only climb higher and higher, the asking rate.
Farhan Ali. Up and over Glenn, and that will race to the boundary. 4 runs of his very first delivery to get him off the mark. Slight width on offer, and Glenn freed his arms and got it up and over for a 4.
Very good shot out on the offside there by Glenn. Beautifully placed. It was in the air a bit, but of course no fielders on the outside, so it was safely dispatched for 4 runs.
Another swing and into the gap. It was in the air for a while as well, but back in a way, Glenn has given it a fair whack. Back-to-back boundaries.
So Ali, the bowler, bowling from West Palm Beach end or the northern end. And he has this little thing like Bumrah, you know, where Bumrah take a little hop, skip before he actually, get into the run. Let's watch him see him get into that little skip. Oh yeah, there it goes.
Once again, Glenn spears the offside field thanks to a mistake by Rajesh. He's looking for 2, throws on target,
Oh.
but made it in safely. Slightly off target, I have to say the throw was. But Rajesh is missed fielding, conceded 2 runs, and Glenn has got into the double figures now, 10 of only 3 deliveries.
Yes, good recovery by that fielder. Rocket ball right back into the wicketkeeper's gloves. Good work. A little bit wide, but good work. And good running, I must say, by the batsman.
Yeah, Glenn was running to the danger end. He's the one who did the call and made it safely in the end.
That
Pretty wide, and given as such, Glenn is looking to give himself some room and free his arms through the offside.
one Ivor Henry would have said, that's not a wide, that was a hide. He hit the ball way outside the off stump.
As we watch once again, Glenn looking to clear his front leg. And Farhan concedes a wide, so it's 12 for no wicket.
Pretty good first over, I must say.
Yeah, not bad. Still a couple deliveries to go. This has been launched downtown. That's gone all the way. A MAQ
4.
maximum, or is it dropped inside the fence?
Not quite.
So
Inside,
not quite.
umpire signal 4.
4 runs. I beg your pardon. I was just thought it landed on the other side of the rope, but fell just inside. But still a good blow, meaty blow from Glenn.
Yes, very good first over for Myrtle Grove.
They're almost up with the run rate.
Yep. 16, 1 delivery to go. Glenn 14 from 4.
Top edge, and Farhan has took the return catch. Glenn is looking at the square leg umpire, but nothing's coming from that side, so he has to make the walk back, and the first wicket falls in the very first over.
Very good delivery, and Glenn, of course, being the aggressor, was trying to get that ball somewhere down over square leg or down over mid wicket, and the ball instead took the edge, flew up in the air, and was taken by Ali of his own bowling. So
Glenn was late on the shot, as you can see, Otley. The ball was onto him far too quickly before he could bring his bat down. Absolute no control over that. His little belligerent knock has come to an end. 16 for 1 after first over.
16 for 1. Good score. Just unfortunate that they lost the wicket in the final delivery of the first over, but they're off and running. Almost up with the run rate that's needed. It's going to be very hard to keep that momentum going. But it's cricket.
Yeah, we've seen funny things, and once the batsmen get in the groove, this 10 overs is not a very long distance to carry. So if they're in the groove, they can do it. But it will be a monumental task, and someone would have to step up and play a Chima-like innings, which we don't see very often, it has to be said, especially against the bowling that the All-Star have. As we see him take up the attack, and also the spin attack of the All-Stars, including Rajesh and Qureshi, are pretty formidable.
I will concede that to you.
Strong breeze blowing across, and I think as we watched Wig yesterday, he has that ability to bring the ball back into the right-hander from the left arm over the wicket angle, and that breeze should be helping him. He could be deadly dangerous. As this one did swing, but Harrison was good enough to put bat to ball over the top towards the long on. 2 runs to get his inning started.
Yes, 2 runs, bring total to 18 for 1. And we can see the wind is blowing today from the east as we watch the replay. Yes, Chase pretty close to the boundary line. Rocket return to the wicketkeeper.
Now the swinging delivery, but went with the swing. Excellent shot, but field is well set. So Amar gets to the ball. Only a couple runs to Harrison. He's looking good. He's got that positive intent.
We must say to their credit, they're keeping the scoreboard ticking. And if you're scoring, you have a chance.
Got the inside half of the bat. That swing defeated him. Otherwise, he was looking to play it a lot straighter over the top. Good contest.
Oh, struck there. Pretty close, but umpire saying, as a matter of fact, the bowler did not appeal.
Good delivery, slightly shorter in length this time. Hit him straight in line, but the height was a factor. And also, it pitched outside the leg stump. So as Otley was saying, no appeal officially. But good delivery, cramping Harrison for space on that occasion.
Not a good delivery. That ball of my type. A left arm.
Yeah, he's mixing it up oddly. If you see, this one went away with the angle, the
right.
original angle of the left arm over the wicket, as opposed to the previous balls which were coming back. So good bowling.
Moving the ball both ways. And with this wind going from east to west, I think it would help him even more when he moved that ball from the leg side to the offside.
Shorter. This time he got hold of that. Beautiful stroke. Just slightly short of length, but picked up very, very quickly by Harrison. And a great boundary.
And it seems that that's a missed field. We'll watch on the replay, see if we pick that up. No, we didn't. But the bottom line is 4 runs. As they are moving on quietly, 24 for 1, with 1 legal delivery to going over number 2.
Good delivery, attacking the stumps once again. So single to finish off the second over. 25 for 1 would normally represent a very good start, oddly. But considering what they're chasing, they're behind the 8 ball already.
You're absolutely right, because under normal circumstances, 25 for 1 after 2 overs, yeah, that's a very good run, very good scoring rate. But not when you're chasing 175. But the main thing is that they are still there, and while there's life, there's hope.
You're absolutely right. Keeping the entertainment, that's the spirit of the game, as we saw in the early part of the innings as well, when the bowlers were being carted around all over. They were still keeping their chins up and trying to fight, and that's the good trait to have in any team, which certainly the Myrtle Grove does have that trait. They have the spirit in them to keep fighting regardless of the situation.
So just remind you that Harris is batting on 10 from 7. Williams yet to face a ball. Score 25 for 1. And the partnership is 9. Target is 75. And
Sharma is into the attack. Prolific off spinner. He starts off with a quick one. Chance of a run out. The throw was not quite accurate.
Very cheeky single there, but he made his ground.
Yeah. Good decisive running from Williams, who was at the non-striker end. He made the call and got in safely. Now it's his chance to take his first ball.
And will we see a maximum? Oh, the ball flew off the edge through the vacant slip area, and it's down to the boundary for 4. Anyhow, the run comes. It really doesn't matter. It adds to the total. 4 runs.
Yeah, Rajesh could count himself unlucky on that occasion, but he does have ball with quite a lot of pace on it, so once it flies off the edge, there's no chance for any fielder. Williams won't be complaining, as Otley said. Over the top this time. Much better stroke. Same result. Back-to-back boundaries for Williams.
Intentional shot. Yes, out there. 4 runs. As he moves on to 9 from 3. No, Williams moved to 8, sorry. 8 from 2. So it's still batting 100%.
He carries that through for any length of time. As we watch Sharma once again. On drive, this time straight to the fielder. It's a good-looking shot, but couldn't pierce the infield.
Oh.
Full toss once again, and chance of a run out, and given.
Oh.
Mix up, and Williams has to pay the price.
Yes, they are in trouble. Williams showed his intention. He was going for it, tried to hit the ball, to take a quick single, and unfortunately for him, he went too far down the pitch, and his partner said no, and they end up in a land of no return. Just walking off the field right now, I think feeling very dejected, and seeing that he was trying to put respectability on his team's score. But as the way it goes, he's walking off the field, and the score is now 34 for 2. Williams was out for 8. Is it Williams?
Yep.
Yeah, Williams out for 8.
Williams is absolutely furious as he returns to the dugout.
And the new batsman is McCarthy. McCarthy will be coming in to replace Williams, who was unfortunately run out.
Good delivery from Rajesh Sharma as McCarthy is off the mark. That's the end of the third over. 35 for 2 after 3.
35 for 2. Harris is on 11 from 8. And McCarthy 1 from 1. And it was pretty interesting to see where, after 5 overs, where Myrtle Grove will be. But I think we can safely say from now, although there's nothing safe about T20 cricket, but it would look as if this 175 is out of reach.
174, you don't see it every day in
Not
T10
even in
cricket.
T20. Not even in T20.
Agreed.
Not
Let
even
alone
in
T10. So they had an uphill task to begin with. They're still trying, as I said. They just keep fighting regardless of the situation. So you have to give him that. It's lifted this one. Square leg fielders coming around. But it just fell in no man's land.
And just in case we don't think that this score is Mount Everest, maybe it's Mount Kilimanjaro. The highest mountain in Africa.
Somehow the Myrtle Grove batsmen, they don't have the similar type of timing today like we saw from Rizwan and Shahir earlier. Short delivery. This has been smashed over the offside field. Good attempt at the boundary. One-handed attempt, but it's cleared the fence. A MAQ 6, the first one of the innings.
Maximum. Indeed. $50. Here we go, $50. Maximum.
McCarthy is the one who's got that one. As we watched the fielder, Farhan Ali tried. He was running full tilt, stuck his hand out, but just eluded him.
So I guess we could say McCarthy carted that one away.
Yeah, he did. In the air once again, off the inside half of the bat.
No chance this time for a second run. That would have been suicidal. And we must say kudos to Myrtle Grove team because they have fought their way to the first semifinals. And even if it happened that they cannot come back to win this game, but they have done well to reach the semifinals.
Absolutely. Played well throughout the week. Came up against the Wrath of Chima. As we watch this one from Harrison. Glorious stroke. Another maximum.
And that would have been a maximum on any field in the world. Melbourne, Lords, anywhere. That was indeed a maximum.
We watch this sail over the extra cover where the goalposts are. And fielders are still out there retrieving. He really timed that sweetly.
And the 50 is up. 50 for 2. The 50 is up in 3 overs and 4 balls. So they're going well. 50 in 3 overs and 4 balls. The target is 175. Will we change our tune at the end of this innings?
We have to wait and see, but Myrtle Grove, they're fighting hard, as we've seen them all morning since the Chima onslaught, but they've been short in every department so far, but still make for good entertainment because sixes are flying and the runs are coming. As we watch, this one is helped on its way again. Short fine leg was up in the ring, and a little bit of indiscipline for Wig, and Harrison capitalized.
Yes, the runs are coming. It's 54 for 2. Just tickle him down the leg side there, as Faisal already told you.
A little bit of inexperience from the bowling team and the captain as well. If you're attempting to bowl the short pitch length, your fine leg and square leg should be back, and in that case you don't need your mid-wicket fielder or even the long-on fielder deep on the boundary, because if you're testing the middle of the pitch, it'll be very hard for the batter to hit it over long on. So slight adjustment could help out the bowler here.
Yes. Just that sometimes after you've made your plan, the bowler don't quite bowl to the plan.
It happens at every level.
Yeah,
but
every level.
Wick makes a good comeback to finish off his work for this semi-final. None for 29, slightly disappointing, but 55 for 2 after 4 overs. Myrtle Grove, they need another 120 runs in 6 overs at an exact average of 20 runs and over.
Indeed. We just want to remind you that for those who are just coming in, you are watching MAQ TV, and it's 24/7 cricket. And to be more precise, you are watching MAQT10 being telecast live from Broward County Stadium right here in the city of Lauderhill, the beautiful city of Lauderhill in Florida, United States of America. So here we go. Over number 5 into over number 5. First delivery.
Sharma is back in the attack for his second over. It's helped on its way by Harrison for another single. A wayward return from Wig, but backing up was good. Harrison, 23 of just 12 delivery. He's batted well. McCarthy's on strike, 10 of 4.
almost a 200% strike rate for Harrison.
This one is played beautifully, but the sweeper is out. Sends in a very strong return and concedes an overthrow.
Yeah.
Keeper timed his jump wrong, in my opinion. He just jumped too soon and couldn't gather it cleanly. So 2 runs to McCarthy.
Sharma continue to plug away from the northern end. Oh, this one is no doubt. That's a maximum. Over the fence. Oh, what a mid-wicket area.
McCarthy joins in on the act now. This is his first maximum. And slightly slower, flatted delivery. McCarthy picked it up and slogged it over the cow corner. Went a long way. Good hit.
I must say McCarthy and Harrison they are trying to change the script, because a lot of us were saying like the match is over. They are changing the script. They're saying we are here to change that script. We're here to win. And that was a beautiful ball that was just carted away over for 6 maximum. A maximum.
As we've been saying, that Myrtle Grove, they should be proud because they played a full part in the entertainment, not only yesterday and the day before, but even this morning, for a very entertaining game of cricket so far, and they're still trying. Another one, it's in the air. Will it get to the fielder?
Oh,
Sensational
beautifully
take.
taken. Beautifully taken. We have seen
This was in the air, and the fielder had to make a lot of ground, and he died full length at full tilt and caught it nice and clean as we watch it again.
yes, beautifully taken. Beautifully got all excited as we are watching it. Yeah, right there on the replay. Yeah, and the roll over. And so beautifully taken out there. And yes.
There's
this
Samar
cameo.
Malik out there. Sensational catch.
So, so McCarthy's cameo is over, and Wallace will replace McCarthy at the wicket as they continue to show the replay. That was a beautiful catch out there. And it's now 64 for 3.
Yeah, McCarthy just hit a 6. He was looking good. But as they say, catches win matches. And despite having a huge total on the board, the U.S. All-Stars are making full effort in the field as well. Brought about the downfall of McCarthy as they crossed in whilst the ball was in the air. It's a big appeal from Sharma against Harrison, but the umpire has nothing to do with it.
So it's 64 for 3. Final delivery for this team, as Team Shaw and Audley will be making space for Team Ivor and Ian. Final delivery.
Yeah. That's the halfway stage reach as the batsmen scurry along for a couple of runs. So 66 they manage off their first 5 overs at the halfway stage, needing another 109 runs in the 5 remaining overs. And as Audley said, we're going to have a double change in the box. Ivor and Ian are going to take you through till the close of this innings.
Good morning, gentlemen. We're going to be stepping into some big shoes here, Ian.
Definitely.
Size 17 shoes.
Big.
But good morning, sir. Happy Sunday to you. And I hope you would have been well rested over the past 2 days or so. You've been going at it. You
Well,
actually played some cricket.
Yes, I actually played on the first day. Played 2 games and still feeling pretty well. Feel energized. Had a good night rest, and I'm back this morning. So,
Are you trying to tell us you didn't do much in those 2 games, so you're well rested?
well, I did my best, but the team pretty much well-rounded. They could do without me, so I get to rest yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you, once you would have done your best, not even angels in heaven can do better.
Here you go.
Yes, well, folks, on to crickets. We're coming into the come box at 66 for 3. Harrison is here batting on 25 from 14. Wallace has just replaced him. He has not faced the delivery as yet. So he's going to be on strike as we're looking at the bowling change. Who it's going to be? Or is it Sharma to continue? No, Shima, the hero. So he's going to be bowling right arm round. And this one beats the outside edge.
So it's a play and a miss. So well bowled there by Shima, who really take it to the Myrtle Grove team earlier.
Yeah, the first century of this tournament. And now Shima has scored a century in every format that he would have played. This one is playing it out to extra cover. And the Ambles throw for 2. They're going to need much more than that.
Definitely. They're going to need a required run rate of roughly 22.6 if they're going to get anywhere close to this score here.
So they need boundaries. So at least they're going to need at least 4 in this one. And
well played through the covers, and the fielder quickly comes around, and it's restricting the batsman to only 2 runs. But well played, but as we say, that's not going to be helping. They need boundaries at this stage.
yes, so they need boundaries from all of these next 4 deliveries. Shima sporting the number 1 in his back. Let's see what he has in store. This one goes beyond the boundary ropes for a maximum. So he has given back one of those 13, 14, 16 sixes that he would have hit in his innings.
Yes, but he's able to give that up. He did excellent, you know. The amount of sixes that he has going on today, I don't think the entire team from Myrtle Grove is able to amount the sixes that Shima had put up this morning.
Yes, so Wallace has dipped into the coffers. He earned himself $50. Every 6 hit from the semis and the finals.
So a swing and a miss from Wallace there. Shima pitched that one just outside of the off stump and going further away. And it's Shima into bowl again to Wallace. And he's going hard with that one. It's coming up to the box here, so that's another maximum.
Yes, it's a maximum. It's a maximum. So he's given up 2 sixes, but it didn't hurt his team chances of getting to the finals. I can tell you, Shima bowling a bit of a leg spin there, looping it up. But Wallace has helped himself onto $100 in that over.
Yes, so Wallace is in a no-nonsense mood, and he can't do nothing less. That's what is required of him. They need at least 4 boundaries per over, and they'll have to take the singles also. So it's going to be a game on here today.
Well, I can tell you the required run rate has increased. It's gone now to 23.3. So even with those 2 maximum, they still fell short of the required run rate. I want to say good morning to all the viewers out there. Ian, alongside Ivor Henry. We're bringing this inning to a close in the match. There's another semi-final to be had, and the grand finale comes up a little later. So Qureshi comes in, bowls his left arm around, and keeping Harrison in check. He's on 25. I guess probably he's going to be playing for the money and not for the win, because you can't afford dots. They are like gold dust at this time.
So the captain himself, Deshaun Qureshi, he's with the ball, and that one was swung down to mid-on area, and well bowled by Qureshi, the captain. He's pretty confident. You know, he has led his team pretty well throughout this series here at the Broward Regional Stadium here in Lauderhill.
Yes, he has bowled well throughout. His first 2 overs in this tournament. First one went 2 for 9, and then he got a wicket. I think it was about 2 overs for 11 runs. Those were his first 2 matches, so he continues to bowl well. And his first 3 deliveries has kept the ball within the boundary ropes.
Definitely, he's doing what is required of him right here. So he's into bowl again. And that one is driven down to long off, and they're only going to be getting a single there. And single can't win this one.
Well, I can tell you he's mindful of the coffers. His father has put up $50 for every player. So he now is saying, I'm going to prevent you from getting $50 from out of the coffers. He has done so far with 4. And he's going to do it with the 5th delivery because it still stays within the boundary rope. We call that, in local parlance, you're making 1-1 boundaries.
Okay. So as you say, for every 6, you get $50. So Shima really had pocketed some money earlier.
Yes, I think he got up about 700. So there it is, Sean Qureshi doing it and doing it big for his team. He did not allow the ball to go beyond the boundary ropes. So right
Big
now,
over there from Deshaun Qureshi, and that's an excellent over, and one that the Myrtle Grove team would not be pleased of because they need boundary. They were only getting some singles there.
yes, and that's pushed the required run rate up to 29.3. So the hole is being dug deeper and deeper and deeper. This U.S. All-Star, well-rounded team, well-studied.
And as you can see, there's a message being sent right as we speak here to the batsman at the crease. It's like, no time to linger, no time to waste here. Get on it, guys. We need the boundaries. And right now, I think the message would be like 6s. That's it.
But it's funny that they change gloves when they need to be changing probably bats because they need to get the ball beyond the boundary ropes. The glove is just to hold the bat, but apparently it was just a little tactic to get onto the field, just give some gloves. But in a sense, I think he really went to give a message. But I personally, I think it's scoreboard pressure. I think they would have batted the Myrtle Grove team out of the match. But here's another 6, a next maximum been given up here by Shima. So Wallace is taking a liking to Shima's bowling. He's bowling right arm round, coming from the southern end, and
I think the message is being relayed out there. That's
Harrison. I beg your pardon. Harrison was the one who now joins the party. Wallace would have struck 2 from him in the previous over, and now he's going in the air. The man is getting under it, and
the catch is well taken there.
Well judged catch.
So we just see the end of Harrison.
So Shima again, and he can't keep him out of the game in things. He's bowling those balls dropping way outside the leg stump, bowling armors, going across, slanting across the batsman. And he was trying to go gung-ho, but can get it no further than the point. And he took a splendid catch indeed.
That's a great catch from Sharma down there. Shima would be pleased with that catch. But as I would say here, Shima seems to be a complete cricketer.
Yes, he's an all-round cricketer. It's a pity that Canada did not get into the ODI status when they played in this last tournament. Congratulations to the USA, they got it. And Canada missed it by a whisker. The last over, the number 11 batsman was batting, and they needed not to give up. And here goes another maximum that has gone outside the park. So Shima is giving up some runs, but he's not in any danger of losing this match. I guess it's all for entertainment at this time. But 99 for 4. But as I was saying now, a boundary, an edge, and it was a misfield as well.
That
and
really hurt Canada.
Hurt Canada because they would have had a better run rate than Papua New Guinea. And by virtue of that 4 being leaked, dropped them to the number 5th position. And the first 4 teams were able to advance.
So you see, guys, it's very important when you're on that field. One misfield could cost you a game, and that's exactly what happened there.
Cost them ODI status. Well, the 100 is on the board. It's 100 for 4. Lesmond is the new batter, and he comes in to strike. So Wallace has raced away to 25 from 10. Wallace is going big, and he's going to get all of it, and he goes over the boundary rope for yet another maximum.
That's a maximum. So Lesmond, he's off with a huge hit over the long on area for 6 runs. So he's at least pocketing a 50. If he don't get the game, at least he get a 50 from it.
Yes, I think that's what it's all about at this time. It's a $10,000 tournament. This time he's going again. He's bowled him. He's cleaned him up. So Shima picking 2 in this over. So his over would have cost him a few runs. His bowled is 2 overs for some 35 runs, and he's taken 2 wickets.
So with Shima, I know the captain Qureshi would be pleased with his bowling. He went for 35, but he got 2 wickets, and there's no sign of danger out there. They're pretty much comfortable, and throughout this tournament, they really gel well together. They played together well as a team, and you can see it out there. You know, they're enjoying their game, really.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's 106 for 5. Half of the wickets are down. Don't think we're going to be realizing all of the wickets to fall. We witnessed that last night for the first in the tournament on this main stadium at least, where the team was bowled out with 1 delivery left, and prior to that we had a team that was 9 down. So we was wondering if we'll ever see a team bowled out in 10 overs. So we saw that yesterday.
I guess we're seeing everything here. We see the first century of the tournament coming in from Shima earlier. Boy, he did take it to the Myrtle Grove team. He really batted them out of this game totally.
Oh, yes, it was total carnage. Total carnage. And like I say, he's a man who was in control. But of course, when he got into the 90s, his human nature kicked in. It was the nervous 90s. Croatia comes in with his second over and still keeping it not just within the boundary rope, but within the 30-yard circle, as that ball just trickles off the inside edge and goes to the short fine leg, who is, of course, up in the circle.
So again, Qureshi really bowling pretty good at the moment. He's right on target with the ball. And there it is again. He's displaying great sportsmanship, leading his team, taking the ball, doing it with the ball. And he's bowling excellent, as I said.
Yes, that was a loud appeal wrapped in the pad, but it seems as if it was an arm ball going down leg and probably bouncing over as well. So we didn't get an opportunity for the replay, but I sure might very well come up. But
Well
the
bowled
umpire
again
signal.
by Qureshi, and well fielded there, no runs.
The
Score
umpire
remain
did-
on 108.
The umpire did signal leg by, so Qureshi bowling well. This time he's going aerial. There's a man down there, and this time he gets it way beyond the boundary ropes in the long off position. It's a good place to hit a 6, and $50 comes out of the coffers.
So Wallace, he's getting.
Well, he did so for prior to this. He would have done so for some 10 deliveries.
In again, ball to Wallace, and Wallace
Oh,
is
he's
going
getting
with
a hold of this one too.
over the mid-wicket area, and it's a maximum. So it's a Mach 6 again. So Qureshi giving up some 6s here, giving up some 50s. But it's just the sportsmanship now. I think Myrtle Grove is needing 47.1 per over.
Yeah, well, I think Croatia has got to gather his wits about him. He felt dejected when an appeal was turned down for a leg before, and it seemed as if he was rattled by the decision of the umpire saying not out. Final delivery comes up. Let's see what he has in store. And he's going after him, but he has not got the height nor the distance. He goes out to the long on position. The ambles through for single. So that brings the end of Croatia's allotted 2 overs. He has gone for some 19 runs.
Well, that's good bowling there from Qureshi. 19 in 2
In two.
over. That's great bowling, given the nature of this game here. You know, the required run rate is now up to 54 the last over. So Myrtle Grove really, I'm just gonna see how much more 50 they could pocket from this. It's $50 for every 6. So let's see what Wallace have in store. He could also make it to 50. He's 39 and going pretty strong.
Well, he has got to get the wheels turning here. He's 11 away from 50. And to do so, he's going to need a few 6s, I would imagine. And I mean, he can get it. He can go boundary hunting and still get to the 50. But you need that $50. So you've got to go beyond the boundary ropes. So last over coming up. 121 for 5. Thomas is yet to score. He has faced 1 delivery. Outside the off stump, and it's a wide. He has got to reload and come again, as that's Wig. May have lost his wig, and his So something is wrong with his head there because that ball was way outside the off stump, as we saw on the replay here.
That was broad.
Yes, that was Broadway, or border than Broadway. Oh, and this time the batsman, he was trying to get beyond the boundary ropes. And like I said, that's all to play for right now as far as the batters are concerned, because mathematically they cannot win this match. They need 79, run rate of 79. And you tell me if that can be done.
That's 52 runs in 4 balls and 4 legal deliveries. Here's Thomas to face. And he's going with that one, and that one is well hit, and it's coming up to us here in the commentary box, and that's a 6.
Well, another maximum, and that takes Wallace on to... No, that's Thomas who was hit at 6. So Thomas, like we said, all to play for now is a couple of dollars.
And Wig is into bowl to Thomas again, who awaits. He's swinging at that again, but no connection. Went through to the keeper.
Yes, so we call that a swing and a miss in baseball. So looking at the replay here, taking pace off the ball, and he was really going for all of the marbles there. Had no clue. As a matter of fact, he was stepping out to a buyer, I would imagine. He's going in the air. There's a man down there who's going one bounce to him, so he was aiming for over the rope, and this brings Wallace now on strike with just one delivery to get. Mathematically, he cannot get to that 50, but he can get $50 if he so desire.
Definitely. I know he will be going for this $50.
Yes, as opposed to 51.
Yes, let's see.
He gets nothing but an applause for 51, but he gets $50 for a 6. And he's not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
Wig said, no way. Not today.
So innings closed, and it closed at 130 for 5. Thomas left high and dry. On 7, Wallace fell short by 10, 40. Well, one delivery left. And he's going after him, but there's coverage down in the deep mid-wicket area, so he neither got the 50 nor the $50. 51 nor $50. He ended on 41 from 17. Thomas 7 from 4. Innings close 131 for 5. So that brings the end of the first semifinals. Congratulations to USA. They've marched on into the finals to be had later this afternoon.
Well played by the U.S. All-Star. You know, it was a very good inning from Shima, who got 100 runs, and Harris 34. That's for the
the Mount Grove Cricket Club. Harrison 34 from 20. Glenn, he was caught and bowled. Ali 14 from 5. Williams was run out 8 from 4. McCarthy, he was caught. Malik bowled Sharma. He got 18. Wallace was not out on 41. He was there at the end. Lesman was bowled neck and crop by Chima for 6. Thomas not out on 7. And extras was 3. The 10 allotted overs would have brought you 131 for 5. So this fell well short.
Yes, and for the bowling, it's Ali, who had 1 over and 16 runs conceded. Wig 2 overs, 29 runs. Sharma 2 over, 21 runs. Shima 2 for 35, and Qureshi 2 for 19. J Wig 1 for 10. So Wig seemed to had a good over there. So well played, U.S. All-Star. Congratulations, they'll move on to the finals.
Well, we say again congratulations to the U.S. All-Star, and a special congratulations to Shima for making the first century in this year's MAQ T10 tournament.